You girls ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
Now I'm
so
just
giddy.
You ready?
Like-
You've got the giggle?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Pull it together.
Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
Okay. You just let me know.
I am
I'm
too.
good.
Okay. You can let me know whenever. Oh, guys, welcome back to Obsessed. We have a highly anticipated, highly requested 100% I was looking for a word there that I missed. Video is the word that I was
Yeah.
Okay.
Episode. We have a highly anticipated, highly requested episode today. Today is the episode with Sally, Darr, and Channing, and we are going to get into the nitty gritty of knitting.
You're doing the meat job?
Knitting.
Okay.
Not only knitting, but also vlogging, because
Okay.
these girls are vloggers. And also, if we have time, reading. But the priorities in this order: knitting,
Okay.
then vlogging, and all that comes with that,
100%.
100%.
Absolutely.
And then reading.
Well, Brooke, you don't always have to be a star.
I know, but you do if you are going to be in the biggest boy band in the world. I gotten so worked up that I had thrown up on myself in my stroller. In my 14-year-old self, I said, those are hot men. And look at them now. They're like babies. That was kind of just like a casual interest, which I guess maybe a little bit more than casual. Really quickly, I do want to make sure that I do a good job at introing you, because I get a lot of criticism about not introing the guests. Although I do think and hope that everybody knows who you girls are, as
Goes
you are.
without saying.
Yeah, a very important part of my life and just the lore in general. So, Sally, Darr, would you like to start by saying 3 fun facts about yourself?
God, I didn't
Okay.
know we were doing all
Where
this.
you're from.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 fun facts: where you're from, where you are now, and where you're going.
Okay. So my name is Sally Darr Griffin. Also, oh, is that the camera? There's a few
You can look
cameras.
anywhere.
Anywhere. Okay, I'm just going to look
The
at you right
opportunity
now,
for
if that's
endless.
okay. Sally Darr Griffin. I'm going to go ahead and be from Chattanooga, Tennessee, born and raised. Where I am now is kind of Los Angeles, California.
Okay, what brought you here?
What brought me here originally is film school, graduate school. I moved here to go to grad school. I did proceed to drop out of that program 2 years in because I did not like it, and then I kind of stayed. So yeah, film school. And
Great,
I don't know if I have 3 fun facts in me. Can you
Pick one.
pick one?
Pick 1 to 6. 1 to 6.
Oh gosh. I'm really feeling like I don't have any. Okay, one fun
Do you want us
fact.
to come back to you?
Maybe I can
I'm
think
ready.
of. Oh God, you already have 3?
Someone came prepared.
Okay.
Do you want us to do Channing and then come back
Yeah,
to
maybe
you?
we could kind of do a bounce back and
Okay.
forth.
Like 1-to-1.
Yeah, 1-to-1. So you
Ratio.
introduce yourself and
Okay.
we could do bouncing back.
Thank you for letting me know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you do.
Okay.
You start with 6 fun facts.
Okay.
Sally Darr, you come in with 2. Channing, you do
4.
4 more. Sally
2
Darr,
more.
end it with 10.
Okay. Not bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Channing, tell us a little bit about
Hi,
yourself.
I'm Channing G, and
Yes.
I am from Alabama. I lived in Birmingham, Alabama before moving on out, of
Yes.
course. And
And what brought you here, Channing?
that's a good question,
Yeah.
Brooke. So basically, there was not really a reason nor need for me to move here at all in the slightest.
Well,
But considering, I was just kind of feeling like I needed to do something different. I had
Yeah.
only ever lived in Alabama, and y'all should know my good boyfriend Tristan, my sweet boyfriend Tristan,
Yeah.
had moved out here the year before.
Yes.
I came and visited. I had only been once previously, and it was just kind of like doing touristy things. But when I
Right.
visited Tristan, I obviously like met some of y'all,
I
which I
got the
love.
opportunity to meet you.
Yeah, and I just like
That being said, Channing did go by the name was it Tamara.
Tamara. Yes,
Yeah,
with the
half
wig.
of the weekend that I had met Channing, she was going by Tamara and wearing a blonde wig.
We had access to blonde wigs, so we were kind of tricking people because nobody really knew me. So.
Yeah.
I don't know if I met Tamara.
You didn't meet Tamara. You
She
would have
was
loved
pretty.
Tamara.
She was
You would have
pretty.
loved
Yeah.
Tamara.
Yeah.
Real pretty.
She
Yeah.
was real pretty.
Hope to meet her again one day.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You know, time will tell
Yep.
for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to like do something different. Tristan was here. I felt like he had a good group of friends, and why not?
Sweet, Janet.
If there was ever time to do it, now is the time.
Do you want to say what you do professionally, or is that private?
I can say.
Okay, tell us, Channing, if you don't mind.
And a lot of people might not know, but I actually am a speech pathologist.
Yep.
So I work with kids, and thankfully with that job, you can kind of get a job anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I just moved out here in hopes that something would work out. I did not have a job nor place to live. So I lived
But you
with,
figured it all out.
I did, and it worked out, thankfully.
And how long have you been here now?
2 years. We just hit my 2-year mark, which
Happy
is crazy. It feels like the other day. And then
Yes, it does. And what's your fun fact?
So, okay, the first one that I was going to say, just because whenever someone's like, say a fun fact, like in classes or something, this is the one that I always say, is that I have a first degree black belt in Taekwondo.
I always forget that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people think I'm kidding, but I'm actually not. I did get it in 3rd grade.
Would you be able to show?
Not right now. So. I haven't practiced those pieces.
A little bit rusty.
A little bit rusty. So that's one. Do you want to bounce me over to you? Or
I'm just kind of thinking.
Bounce me over, Sally. Bounce us over.
Sure. My fun facts are just going to kind of be like current events. Like I'm thinking of things that are going on with me that I could just share.
That's perfect, because the next question I was going to ask you before we kind of get into knitting is there anything that you are obsessed with right now? So that could kind of tie into the current events if you want to work those two
one
together.
of them really does, but maybe I'll do a different one. So we can kind of, that'll be my third.
Opportunities are endless.
So what's going on with me right now is, fun fact, I ate a lot of Thai food last night, and that kind of did not sit well with me. Woke up. So first thing I kind of ate today was
What happened when you woke up?
Just kind of
Tell us, Sally Darr.
Actually, there were no movements made in any way. I just kind of had to immediately go on a walk and just kind of hope
That's good.
something kind of progressed.
Yeah.
settle or?
No, not at this time.
You're still going through it.
Yeah, but love Thai food. It was a BOGO situation, so I actually have the exact same meal as last night waiting
What'd
for
you
me.
get?
It was BOGO pad see ew
That's my
and
favorite.
BOGO, what's it called? Oh, egg rolls.
Yum.
Yeah, spring rolls.
Yum. Yum. That
So I'm
sounds
gonna
great,
do
Sally
the
Darr.
exact same thing to myself again tonight.
Okay, yum.
Best wishes.
That's one fact.
That's exciting.
That
That's a
is.
good fun fact.
That is.
Anything else, Janet?
As far as fun facts.
Yep. You can also do what you're obsessed with now too, if anything at all.
Okay. I don't know really what I'm obsessed with right now. I would say actually right now, because we're hitting that warmer weather, Brooke, I'm obsessed with being outside and having that sunlight hit my skin.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing to
get
be
out,
obsessed
get some
with,
fresh
Janet.
air, and try to lay out something
Yeah,
too.
that's awesome and inspiring. I'd like to be doing more of that too. And you inspire me to go with you places. Walking Wednesdays.
Walking Wednesday,
you
love
do.
that.
Shannon
Yes.
is kind of the leader of Walking Wednesday, so that kind of gets me out of the house too.
Those steps in as
Get
well.
those steps in. Yep. Anything else, Sally Darr? Are you obsessed with something right now? Tell us.
Okay, I have a tangerine tree in my backyard, and that kind of reignited my addiction to citrus. So
I didn't know about your citrus
I didn't
addiction.
Yeah,
either.
no, well, I didn't either until this, past season. So tangerine juice and lemonade. I literally can't go to bed without having a glass of lemonade. I don't know what it is, but so lemonade, tangerines.
Wow, I've never heard of
I don't know. I think I need
night
to Google
before.
what
that might
what that-
represent.
Yeah, the before bed
I'm not-
lemonade.
not quite
Is
sure.
it fresh?
Are you not
squeezed?
having to wake up and pee from that?
No, I'm good.
Sorry if that was personal.
No, it's fine. I do squeeze the tangerines.
Okay.
But the lemonade I just buy at the store.
Oh, so you're doing tangerine juice.
Yeah. And there's
Love it.
the tree's kind of picked over now, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should have brought some for us too.
Sorry.
Okay, next time. Izzy, Kenny, anything that you're kind of obsessed with? Walk us through it.
I was going to say my fun fact is that
Or fun fact.
Do you mind if I share
don't mind
that?
at all.
I stepped on a sea urchin at one time.
Recently?
This was in Hawaii. My sister went to college there. I was in the water for 15 seconds with her, and I stepped on one, and I came out sitting on the sand, and a surfer ran by and was like, "Oh, dude, that's like the worst one I've ever seen," and then kept running. So that's my fun fact.
How did you heal?
Slowly. I had to have my
Did you
foot.
have to go to the hospital?
No, I had my foot in a pot with apple cider vinegar in it for a week, and I couldn't walk for a couple weeks. It was pretty gnarly. So
Wow.
yeah, that's my fun fact.
Wow. You know who else that happened to? And we've actually discussed this on this podcast. Is Louis Tomlinson. At the beginning of when One Direction was being formed, he actually didn't know if he was going to make the performance at the judge's house to do Torn. That big One Direction performance, he didn't know if he was going to make it because he stepped on a sea urchin.
What an unfortunate stroke of luck right there.
But he did end
Wow.
up making it, and thus One Direction went on,
Wow.
even despite the trials and tribulations of the sea urchin.
He battled through the adversity. That's so commendable. Wow. Izzy, do you have a fun fact or obsession?
I don't have an obsession right now because, like I said before, I'm working through feeling again.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I have an extra ankle bone.
Wow.
How do you
find that
discover?
out?
Yeah.
I was just playing soccer one time and I was like, oh, my cleat's sticking out more than it should be on the side. And then I took my shoe off and everyone was like, oh, fuck, that's broken. And then I went to the doctor and they x-rayed it and they were like, oh, that's just an extra bone. So there's a little bit more of me to love.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Does that mean you were really good at soccer because you had the
No,
extra
I
bone?
quit.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
Damn. Well, Izzy, thank you for sharing.
Oh, thank
Do you guys
for
feel
giving
like
the
you now
space.
know Channing and Sally Darr?
Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
I'm actually interested in tangerine juice now. That sounds really good.
Yeah, I think you can buy it in the store.
Yeah.
but
Look at that
you
try.
Come over.
Does it taste
yeah,
like
you can have some.
Sure.
Orange?
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
Is it like orange juice?
It's like orange juice, but better. Like it's more tart.
Okay.
Yeah, really good.
Nice.
Really good.
Wow.
I'd love to try it one day.
Yeah, you should.
If
too. Yeah.
applicable.
We'll tan on my back porch, tangerine juice.
Oh, that's
kind of combining
perfect.
our obsession.
Oh, I love that. That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
It'd be nice if I could bring a book too.
Yeah.
Which is my obsession.
Yeah.
Let's do
So
it.
that could be fun.
Let's try it out.
Okay, girl, should we just get right into knitting?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so moral of the story is that Channing, Sally, Darr, and I are friends. That's the that's the main that's the main takeaway that I want you guys to take away from the intro. We are friends and we all like to knit. Okay, now I'm just wondering a little bit about your knitting origin stories. When did you guys learn how to knit? What inspired you? When did you start out? Take it
Want
away.
to go first?
Yeah, up to you.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I learned to knit when I was about 10 years old. I'm pretty sure my aunt taught me just like casually one time. I was just doing scarves. They
Yep.
weren't very good.
Yep.
I think I still, maybe I've gotten rid of them by now, but like until like high school or college, I still had those original like knitting projects in my room and they were just like knotted, not very good.
Right.
Okay. That was when I learned the knit stitch, not even a purl stitch.
You didn't
at
even know
that
how to
point.
purl at that time.
I think we were just doing
Okay.
knit, kind of just garter
Okay.
all the way up.
Got it.
And then it kind of reignited. Oh, I did it all throughout high school. I used to knit scarves in high school, and that was it.
You were just
still
doing
just knit
garter,
stitch.
still just okay.
Yeah, but I was like pretty good at it. I would like combine different colors, whatever. So I did that in high school, and then didn't do it all through college. Then the election 2020, okay, I was already living in Los Angeles, fall 2020, and I decided to start knitting again because I was like, I don't want to watch the election on my TV and my laptop and my phone. Like I just wanted to do something with my hands, so I only had like one device. And so I don't know why I decided to do knitting, and I like bought this project to knit a vest. I should have worn that today. But I don't know. I just like knit a
What
vest.
was your first vest?
It was like this pink and red vest. It's on my Instagram feed, like way back. But it was just this like red vest. It had like a pink collar. Yeah, and I just knit that during the election. And then I just like never stopped. I think I just like started following knitting accounts and just learning. Because I learned so much from that project. There were so many new skills.
Did you follow like a written pattern for that one or YouTube?
It was a written pattern. I don't know how I found it or why I picked that one.
Okay.
But it was like actually like a different vest than how I make like any of my vests now. Like I think it was top down. I do bottom up. And it like the way the collar, like it was completely different from how I make anything. So it's kind of funny that that's where I started because that's not like the kind of vest I make now. But I don't know. Yeah. Just the election.
And
And
kind of just blew up from there, huh?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just never stopped.
Really ignited it all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you to the 2020 election. Kind of nervous energy.
Woo!
Yay! I'm good.
Say that again. Channing.
Well, we have a couple similarities in that. I also learned, I talk with my hands sometimes. I hope that's all right.
Yeah, fine.
In like maybe early middle school or like 5th grade from like a family friend.
Yes.
But again, it was just like the typical scarves, just strictly knitting. And then I also could make some dishcloths here and there.
Oh,
so
that's
that was some
nice.
purling, but it's still just like very basic. And then y'all know when I came here, knitting club, when was that? 2022?
We didn't do it last fall. So yeah,
No.
fall 2022.
Yeah.
Right. Y'all introduced me to,
Yeah, so
your
you really
pattern.
went
Yeah,
knitting before
just the basic
knitting
stuff.
club.
Right.
Wow.
And then did you start off with a vest at knitting club or a scarf?
A vest.
Wow, you jumped right into it.
I did because I knew how to knit and purl and y'all were like, you can do it.
Yeah.
And with such, kind guides by my side, I was able to kind of make it happen and started a vest and here we are.
Well, here we are. Mm-hmm. And you won't believe this, but I have kind of a similar story.
There's no way.
I swear
no way.
to both of you in that learned when I was younger.
Right.
From my mom actually taught me how to knit. And I didn't really know how. I just kind of never finished anything, just like half-finished scarves, etc. And then when I moved here in 2020, I was living with Sally Darr, and she was working on this gorgeous sweater. And I said, "Believe it or not, Sally Darr, I do know how to knit. Okay, I actually do know how to knit." And then she took me to Joann's, which it's actually Joanne singular. I'm sorry.
I know. I
Joanne.
just realized that today.
That's something that I learned.
And same with Michael's. Michael's doesn't have an apostrophe. Did you know that?
I think it does.
No,
Wait,
it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Look it up. It
It's
doesn't.
just first name Michael's.
It's
not-
just Michael's S, no apostrophe. I swear. I swear, Channing.
So maybe it's like someone's last name was Michaels and it's not
I don't know.
Michaels something.
Joanne is just Joanne, and Michael's is S, no apostrophe.
The more you know.
It is genuinely impossible to just say I went to Joanne.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So I'm going to keep saying I went to Joanne's
Yeah,
just for now
me too.
as I work through it. But you took me to Joanne's
What did y'all get?
and I got a lot of yarn that still to this day I've never used.
I was that green,
It
dark
was
green yarn.
I don't know what kind of prompted me. It was like a dark green, a white, and like a burnt, you know?
Oh, a burnt, okay.
It was like a burnt. And yeah, I
Burnt
never finished that.
Yeah,
because
I kind of failed you on that.
No,
one,
you
though.
didn't. You know what? You actually saved me because the pattern that we were working with for that, it was hard. And then Sally Darr kind of took her skills to the next level and she started writing patterns, which for those of you that don't know requires a lot of skill, a lot of being able to measure and do math and really kind of focus and work those brain muscles. That's an ability I don't have. And Sally Darr wrote patterns that like made sense and were easy to do and follow, because a lot of the patterns are just like, I'm just like, what are
Yeah,
what
they
are
do like
you
bare minimum.
saying?
Like, they don't explain anything.
And you just explained so thoroughly that I actually was able to really learn how to knit like garments through Sally Darr's patterns, which I'm going to blast out her Etsy right now.
Oh, that's too sweet.
Sally Darr Griffin.
Well, that first sweater that you were doing, it was top down. And
I can't do top down.
Yeah, top down. I like bottom up, but top down. And we accidentally started doing 3 arms. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course.
And I was like, so we are doing 3 arms on accident.
Well,
Would you say that this is like the classic beginner one?
That's the first pattern. No, actually, no, that's not the first pattern. I would say that one, and also the one I'm wearing is the easiest one I have. 'Cause
Okay,
this one
that's good
doesn't
to
have.
know.
This is because this doesn't have any ribbing or anything.
This one.
Yeah, this is a newer one, but this is the easiest one I have.
So
right
this
now.
would be like intro.
Yeah, and then the vest.
This and the vest.
This one, I would say the only reason this one might be not harder. I think this one's easier, but it is tighter fitting, so it's less forgiving with like if you pick the wrong
Right.
size. Whereas the other one, I feel like is a little bit looser. But in terms of like stitching and technique, this is the easiest
Okay.
because you don't have like the ribbing, and yeah.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah.
I need to do this one, but I've been scared of working with thinner yarn because I learned with more of like a thicker
Right.
yarn and it takes a lot less time.
Yeah, I guess that's why the vest might be easier because that's bigger needles. Which
Maybe
thinner.
bigger needles would be easier. And then actually, Sally Darr, what you taught me to do even before the clothing of it all was to make squares. And this is
Yeah.
what I would recommend anyone who wants to learn how to knit. This is what I would say to do is just knit squares. YouTube the very basic like knitting stitches. You'll figure out how to cast on, knit, and then you'll be able to just like knit simple squares. And then I made 99 squares. I'm showing you
That
this
was
via,
a crazy time
via
when
my
you were doing
Instagram.
that.
I literally everywhere I went, I was just
Everywhere.
cranking out squares, and I made 99 of them. And then
did you choose
that's
99 or?
that's my mom. And then sorry guys, this is my close friends. This was the home stretch, and then I
Wow.
sewed them all together, and that was that.
That's stunning.
It really is like a beautiful color palette too.
Sorry. That's how embarrassing. That was another tank I made. But yeah, I would recommend knitting the squares, and then the rest is history. I still have that blanket. I still use it all the time. I will say it falls apart by the seams. Every day there's something new, but she's loved.
Made with
Yeah.
love as well.
Made with love.
Did you have to make 99 or that's what you chose?
Very good question.
Because I've
Jane.
never
Thank you
made
for
a
asking.
blanket such as
Yeah.
that.
That is what I chose.
Okay.
Just because
The
I think
size.
I had made, that's a good question. I had made like a square and then I measured it against a blanket that I liked. And I was like, how many of these squares fits into
Okay.
this blanket
That makes
size?
sense.
And that is what I came up with just based off of the size of my square. And I think for that square, I cast on like 20 stitches and I used 2 strands because there's like 2 colors in each square. 2 strands of just like medium, regular worsted weight.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't remember how many rows I did, but that was that. And
You just kind of eyeballed it.
I kind of eyeballing. Yeah. Hey guys, we're going to take a break to thank a sponsor of today's episode.
Squarespace.
I love Squarespace because it's the user-friendly platform that allows people and businesses to create professional websites without the need for technical
Knowledge or
coding skills. Whether you're just starting out or managing your growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create, sell, and
engage with your audience all in one.
place. You can start a completely personalized website with the new guided design system.
Squarespace Blueprint.
Choose from professionally curated layouts and styling options to build a unique online presence.
Tailored to your brand or business and optimized for
every device. Then easily launch your website and get discovered fast with integrated, optimized
SEO tools so you show up more often to more
people and grow the way you want. You also have the option to sell content
with Squarespace.
Just add a paywall to sell memberships or courses, or sell files your customers can download like
PDFs, music, or
ebooks. If you're not looking to sell, try their
video collection.
Upload video content, organize your video library, and showcase your
content on video
pages. You can even add a paywall to your content to sell access to your video
library.
Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/OWB to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/OWB to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. We're going to take a quick break to thank one of our sponsors,
MeUndies.
Have you guys opened your underwear drawer lately? I mean, mine's pretty all over the place, and it just feels like
a giant mishmash, and I never really know what I'm gonna
get. I've got underwear from
last Christmas and 2 birthdays ago, like a lot of them need to
go. Now that I felt the buttery, soft comfort of
MeUndies, it's all I reach
for, I'm hooked and don't even want to wear anything else. I've got a brand new pair of funky mushroom undies from MeUndies, and not only are they super cute, but they're also super comfy. From all black classics to fun, expressive prints,
MeUndies has a look for
everyone. Plus, they come in sizes extra small to 4XL, guaranteeing a flattering
cut for every
body. MeUndies isn't just about
underwear.
Explore the lounge collection featuring comfy joggers, hoodies, onesies,
and more.
And their Move Me activewear collection is the softest
activewear on the
market. MeUndies signature fabric is as soft as a warm hug
from your favorite
sweater. It's breathable,
stretchy, and so comfy, making it ideal for all day
wear. They use sustainably sourced materials and work with partners that care for their workers. And if you're not happy with your first pair of
undies, it's on
MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/OWB. That's MeUndies.com/OWB for 20% off plus free shipping. MeUndies, comfort from the outside in.
It's a gorgeous piece.
Thank you, Channing. Maybe you can make a blanket.
I know, maybe I should.
Do you guys have any tips for beginners? Any additional ones?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Just like garter stitch. Garter stitch is just knitting over and over again and then learn purl.
Right, because a lot of you might not know that this is a dumb question for someone who knits, but is it only, or knit and purl the only 2 stitches?
I think so. I mean, you can like knit through the back loop.
Right.
Like, you know what? But yeah,
but
I think
still
it's just
like
knitting
knitting
and purling because like everything else is just techniques that you use. Like you use knitting and purling to make something look different. But I think so.
Yeah. So the blanket was just knitting. You don't even have to learn how to purl.
Yeah.
And purling is kind of just like knitting, but a little bit backwards.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, here's another question for you girls.
Please.
What is your favorite thing that you've ever knit?
Oh, I have to think about it.
That is a hard
Take
one.
all the time that you need. For me, it's my chicken.
Right.
And probably my tomato sweater.
Love that
Which, by the way, I don't know if I told you guys, Urban Outfitters.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Rip
Sorry,
off.
there's my whole Google Drive. Urban Outfitters tomato sweater. Yep. Check this out, guys.
That's crazy.
That's kind of like a straight rip off. We can
Truly.
insert a picture of my tomato sweater. It's a little different, but it's not different enough.
Well, theirs
Right.
was made in a factory, so it's not as interesting.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did you reach out about trademarking?
No, I don't know like how that goes, but honestly, it's just like I shouldn't say it's flattering, but it like is kind of flattering.
Yeah.
But like it's bad, but like it's flattering.
Right. You inspired the whole company.
Yeah, and they're big.
They are.
They're a big company.
Mm-hmm. That's nice
So,
that they're watching.
It's not.
Right,
It's nice that
exactly.
somebody down the line has seen my tomato sweater
And
and
appreciated it enough
Yep.
to make their own.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I also love my flop era sweater, which is the Sally Darr original pattern.
I was about to say that might be my favorite because that was the first, which it's very oversized. So it's like very obvious that it was like kind of the first pattern I wrote because I was scared that it wasn't going to fit me. So I was like, well, let's just make it big
It's
in
really
case
pretty.
the measurements are wrong. But I think that might be my favorite because it was the first pattern I ever wrote. I don't know. I like the colors.
Yeah,
and I don't know. It's just like cozy. Yeah.
I love how you also wear a long sleeve shirt under it and like it kind of pulls out of the sleeve.
I like that.
I like that
style,
look.
Brooke. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really
Yeah, I
pretty.
think that one. But like in terms of like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like not my most impressive, but something I'm really proud of like that I got as I don't know. I'm trying to think about maybe that one that was like the commit to the bit one. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, that one was crazy.
That one was kind of like a feat where I was like, oh, I'm like really like I guess I'm actually like good at this. You know?
Yeah, you didn't know that before.
No, I don't know. I mean, I guess I know I'm good at knitting. I don't know.
Say it loud and proud, Sally Darr.
I don't know. That one
Say,
was just
say I'm good at knitting.
Sure, I'm good at knitting.
Yep.
But
Look look right there.
I'm this one.
Or actually, maybe
This
that one.
Okay,
Or that one.
I am good at knitting.
You're very good.
You are,
Yes,
Sally Darr.
Thank you.
Woo! Give it up.
Thank you guys. Thank you. But the commit to the bit one, I think, was just kind of like the measurements and like the learning, like the color work. I don't know. I think I was just like, oh, I like made this and I really liked it. So that's probably the one I'm like most proud of.
Let me access
Flopper
that
is my
one
favorite.
because that one was really crazy. Yeah. And this is Sally Darr's knitting account. What?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, that one.
Which is STG Knits.
Because this
Yeah.
actually, well, so this
That's
silhouette,
crazy.
like the long ribbing and then like the long cuffs, that's my favorite like stylist sweater I've ever made where it's like, you know, when you have like the longer
That's
cuffs.
a really good picture.
I feel like it's so sick. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like obsessed with like the long ribbing on the cuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when Urban Outfitters starts doing that shit,
Everyone will know where.
everyone will know if they start making that. Yeah. But that one's probably the one I'm most proud of.
I love it. Is there any of your knitting that you like wear a lot? Because I know like I don't ever. Really
Honestly,
wear
this one's
mine.
probably the one I wear the most.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But yeah, some of the stuff it's just like it's, you know, too
Clunky.
because also Los Angeles gets hot. Like even in with nothing, I don't know. Yeah.
Channing, your turn. What's your favorite thing you've ever made?
And
what are you? Tell us about what you're wearing now too.
so this is actually a Sally Darr pattern, believe it or not.
I'm telling you guys, like they are like
does
really.
she does it all.
They're really
Thank
good.
you. I
and
didn't know I was getting all this
easy to
promo
follow.
coming on.
Yeah, well.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, this is going to be the shrug, and I just made this recently. I'm actually giving this to somebody as a bridal gift. So
Sweet Channing.
so I'm just trying it out today for size to make sure it's, you know, gonna
Oh
be
my
fine.
God, there I am. Pretty.
Oh, you
Oh,
look so good in that
Brooke.
photo.
Oh, thank you. I think Alexa has my
Oh, yeah.
shrug. But yeah. Oh, I'd like to make another one of these.
I love
That
the
one?
shrug.
And these are
fun.
kind of quick to whip out
Yeah,
too.
they are.
And this was I think I learned new skills with this one too, which is exciting.
Mhm.
Yeah, like kind of the combining stitches and then
I
adding
learned
more
like
stitches
kind of how to
back.
go in and then out again.
Yeah,
Right.
that was yeah,
Kind of like an hourglass figure in the sleeves.
yeah. Because I like the little bubble on the end. It's pretty
Yeah, that's pretty. You are really like, I just don't know how you kind of figure that out. How would you
No.
think? So you think in your head like, oh, I want it to be like a bubble arm, and then what?
Yeah, I guess. Well, honestly, I made a whole YouTube video about this. Like, I literally had to figure it out. Like, I did it and like had to undo it and did it. So like, it's trial and error at a certain point, and I just think I'm like really headstrong. And like that, I honestly think part of the reason I'm good at knitting is because I'm just like, I literally like I get so
Right.
frustrated. Like, I'm like I have to figure it out. But yeah, you just kind of like decrease stitches by like, you know, knitting two together all the way around and then like adding stitches back, like kind of. I mean, I haven't looked at the pattern in a while. I don't remember what that pattern. I haven't looked at that. It's just kind of on my Etsy and I haven't looked at it, so I don't remember exactly what I did.
And I'm really the exact opposite. Like I won't knit anything unless it's a Sally Darr pattern that's been very,
That's all
very
I've ever made.
explicitly
Right.
laid out for me in detail.
All the Pacific details.
All the Pacific.
I would say my
details.
favorite might be my jumbo chicken, though.
I was just about to ask you about the jumbo
Yeah.
chicken.
Do you have a photo of it?
I've
for
got
size
one.
reference.
It with the baby. Yep.
That's gonna be.
I wish this wasn't automatically.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. This is the jumbo chicken.
That's gonna be it.
Now, Channing, originally sorry that it keeps switching
It's okay.
to the spritz tank.
Brooke, hit
But-
spacebar.
Alright.
It'll pause it
What will pause it?
if you hit the spacebar.
Oh, top right, there's a pause button.
Oh, look
There
at that.
it is.
Yup.
Perfect.
Yep. You got those great eyes, Kenny. Originally we had learned how to make these chickens in a class.
In the knitting class,
In a
right?
knitting class that were about this size.
100%.
Okay. How'd this one happen?
That is a good
For those
question.
audio listeners only, this chicken that Channing made about 8 times the size of our chickens.
Right.
in
It
front
is
of
about
us.
triple the size of that small baby
Yeah.
in the photo. So what had happened was we had just finished this one, and I think I was at home and just kind of bored, like in Alabama, and I was like, I want to make another one. I made that for my nephew it was his birthday, so I was like, oh, I want to make him a chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, but I didn't bring any of my knitting stuff from LA, so I just like ran to the Michael
No, there's an S.
Back to the local Michael.
I went to Michael.
There isn't. Now I need someone to look it up. Can someone?
Michael's no apostrophe.
Thank you.
Okay, but you can still say the S though.
No, you're
Okay,
supposed
anyway,
to.
so I went to Michael.
It's not possessive.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
You still pronounce it the same.
It's just a lot of Michaels.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A group of Michaels own it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Anyway, I didn't like bring all my stuff with me, so I was just kind of starting from scratch. I was like, I think it was this size needle. I think it was this size yarn. Eyeballing it once again.
Right.
Eyeballing gone wrong, unfortunately. And once I had finished the tail, I realized the tail was about the size of, at least half of this actual chicken.
Right.
So I was like, something's gone awry. But unlike Sally Darr, I'm not going to pull it out and start over. I'm going to kind of see it through. So I was just kind of realizing when I was like finishing one side of it, okay, this is going to be a jumbo chicken.
Yep.
And I made it, for my nephew, and it is bigger than him.
Yep.
Does he appreciate it? No. Because he is about 2. But I thought it was sweet, and it's definitely something interesting to look at for sure.
It really is. I was going to ask you guys like what you want to knit that you haven't yet. If you have any knitting goals, and Channing, that's mine. Is a jumbo.
A jumbo?
chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, like an intentional, like get really thick yarn.
Right.
Like,
Bigger
really
needles.
big needles, and make a chicken that's like the size of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with that one, I don't even think the needles were that big. So if you do it big, it could turn out huge.
Yeah. I'm
That's
just excited to see
exciting.
where it goes.
Me too.
Yeah. So you
I love that
inspired me
idea.
there.
Thank
Do you have any dreams? Knitting dreams?
Well, not really knitting, but I do want to get into the world of crocheting because, tried and haven't succeeded. But
maybe this Wooble.
that's
will
what I
help.
was thinking, honestly, because it's kind of for beginners.
Yeah.
I kind of got like the gist of it, but I haven't done it in a
Right.
few months. So I think that's going to help me kind of get back into the swing of it.
Yeah. And I think this is something that not everyone knows. Knitting and crocheting are not the same thing. Sally Darr and I really struggled with this, like as we started bringing our knitting presences online, and people kept saying, like, can you crochet me something? First of all, no. And second of all, no.
Right.
For a lot of
Variety
different
of reasons.
But they are very, very different. Knitting is 2 needles, and crocheting is 1 hook.
Mm-hmm.
And they just look different too. Knitting is much more like almost like floppier and looks better with like clothing.
It just looks better.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And crocheting, like you can do bucket hats and like stuffed animals because it's like a little bit more firm. And you
Right.
can like mold it more, if that makes sense. That's my understanding as somebody who knows how to knit and kind of knows how to crochet
Right.
a little bit.
I agree just from the looks of them both.
Yeah.
But I
You
want to
could do cute blankets of both
Okay.
knitting and crocheting, I think.
I want to make a bucket hat though. Maybe that's my
That's
goal.
what I tried to do with
But you
crocheting.
did.
It's like, it's like halfway I can do it, but
I thought it looked good.
yeah, it's hard without a Sally Darr pattern.
Right.
That's all.
I don't know if I'll ever get into crocheting.
Tell us what your reservations are, Sally Darr.
Reservations are, I
Because
think,
Channing and I took a class. Sally Darr did not want to go.
Yeah, she
I
was
d-
to even giving it a try.
Yeah,
I know.
She did not want to come do the chickens either.
sorry.
It's okay.
I'm set in her ways.
I am set in my ways. I don't know. I think, well, there is an unspoken beef between people who knit and crochet. Like when you say, like people who knit think they're better than people that crochet and vice versa. The people that can do both,
Yeah.
I don't know what they think.
Bisexuals.
Yeah, the bisexuals. I just think knitting overall looks better to me. I think there are very specific things that people who crochet can do that is. I don't know. There's certain, like with the granny squares that can be made into like really cool jackets or like obviously bucket hats. Like I think you can do a lot with the squares that you can't do with knitting. But I think just like a crochet sweater, like when you're doing just like the rows of crochet versus like rows of knitting, I just think knitting looks better.
Yeah.
But also
It's very stiff.
yeah, I don't know. I think I might learn it one day. Maybe.
But not today.
Not today. I think I'll have to just like fully conquer like every knitting project I want to do. And then once I feel like, oh, I've just like kind of done what I want to do, then I might learn it. And I hope no crocheters come for me in the comments by just
I'm sure they
basically-
will.
They probably will. But they probably think crocheting's better than knitting.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
That's why it's best to just be yourself. Everybody else is already taken.
For sure. For sure.
Thank you, Channing.
You're welcome.
Do you have a dream knitting project?
I've actually been considering, okay, our dear friends, Will and Arden,
Yes.
are getting married. And the dress code, I don't know what it's listed on their invite as, but
It's like one below black tie.
okay. Well, so Arden, very cool style.
Yes.
Like, so, love her fashion. And her and Will are just like, their outfits are insane. Okay. They've kind of
I'll pull up Arden
requested.
just because I can.
Yeah, just because you can. They've kind of requested that their guests, Arden in her own words, said that she like wants her guests to outdo her. Like she wants her guests to try to outdo her wedding dress, which is like a pretty fun thing to say. So everybody's like wearing very over the top stuff.
Oh, wow.
And so I've had a really
she's
hard
so
time
perfect and
finding something that I
gorgeous.
think is like very Arden, because Arden is like she has such a fun style. And so I've been considering, there's this one girl that I followed that made this dress that she wore to a wedding. And I can't think of her name off the top of my head. I think her name is Kayla something. But she knitted a dress that she wore to a wedding, and it was like really funky. And I think I might knit that to
Dress?
wear. I don't know, because I can't.
That's kind of insane.
I know. I can't find anything that is over the top enough that I think is like kind of like Arden's vibe that doesn't cost like $800, you know? But like the wedding's also like next month, so I don't know if I'm going to do that.
That's
but I can't
amazing
find
in a
anything.
lot of ways. Maybe you could make your own.
Yeah.
Maybe. I showed it to her at dinner the other night, and she's like, well, that's pretty cool. You could do that. I'm like, okay, well, no. I don't know. So maybe that.
Oh my God. Well, now you
It's
have
exciting.
to.
You have to, yeah.
I know.
You've
Now I've
announced
spoken
it.
it. No, actually, no.
You
Now
start
I don't-
tonight.
Now you
start
have to.
tonight. You need to start tonight.
But the girl that made it, she doesn't even have a pattern for it. She has like a guide that like gives you recommendations about like maybe like needles or yarn that but it's not a pattern. So like I would still have to kind of figure it out on my own.
And we know that you can.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Oh, Salladar, I'm obsessed with that.
I don't know. I need to find the name of the girl's account. Hold on. So you guys can like see what I'm talking about.
Okay. Let us know when you find it.
But yeah, that / like whenever I'm a mom and I get to knit baby sweaters. I mean, that's a long way off.
Yeah.
But like that's what I want to knit one day.
That's
Because, like that is a
exciting.
whole realm of knitting that we haven't even looked into.
Mm-hmm.
There's such
That's
cute
very
stuff for
true.
kids. Yeah.
Very true.
But yeah, wedding guest dress and baby. Sorry, I'm like really manifesting.
Oh,
some
I'm
bad
like
stuff
really
right now.
excited to see what you come up with.
Yeah, wait, let me look. I think her name is Kayla. Kayla.
Is she the one that, does she have a YouTube?
I don't think so.
Okay, never mind. I don't know who she is then.
Of course, you know I'm not gonna be able to find this now that I'm. Oh no, here it is. It's her username is SOUF.
Okay.
SOUF Kayla.
Oh,
Scroll-
yeah.
oh my God.
Scroll down
Is
a little
this
bit.
it?
Yeah, but scroll down. There's like a really good
Okay.
photo of her and her husband and her. I think her baby's in it too.
This.
No, keep.
Oh, they're a fiber arts family. I'm obsessed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
love all
she's
that
like this
stuff.
is
This
like
one?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Oh wow.
How thick is
Oh my gosh.
with the shoes.
Yeah. You have to make
Oh,
that.
you have no choice.
Click right. Go to her and her husband. They are like. Oh wait, that might be a different. Wait, click out of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Out.
go to it. You need to see her and her husband and her baby. Wait,
This.
keep going down,
Oh my God, that baby.
down, down.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Really cute. There's like a photo of her, I think, holding the baby. Yes, that. Oh, maybe the baby's not in it. But look how cute her and her husband are.
Oh, I've seen her. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
You have to make all of that.
Oh.
So fun, right?
Unbelievable. Oh, Sally, you have no choice.
Yeah,
You've got to
so-
start now.
I know. And I really, like, honestly, I might just try to do the exact same thing because I love, like, the color palette. I love, like,
I
the
do
purple
too.
fluff at the bottom.
Do you think you're going to like order special yarn for it?
I don't know. That's why I need to buy her guide because I'm wondering if she says what that purple yarn is at the bottom.
It looks fancy.
I don't know what it is.
Wow.
I don't know. I think the guide is like $12 or something. So I might just buy it and kind of look at what she says. I don't know. I shouldn't have spoken this into existence.
Well, you
'cause-
did.
Too late. Way too late. And we'll
I
need a
don't know.
pattern for it too.
See you at the end of May.
No, well, yeah, she does have I don't know. We'll see.
Dress reveal coming soon.
It's gonna take. I gotta start tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta start
gonna have
tonight. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm excited. Okay. Anything else about knitting before we move on to the vlogging section of the afternoon?
I don't think so.
No.
I think we've left it all out on the table,
Yeah, for
honestly.
sure.
Okay, now a lot of people don't know that you are looking at two professional vloggers right now.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, you both
Well.
have your own YouTube channels and have become very successful
well.
in your respective vlogging careers. Now, what got you into vlogging? Did you watch any specific vloggers or what was it? Walk me through it, Sally Darr.
Oh God. I mean,
I know you love like YouTube and
YouTube lore. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've watched like most people. I don't know. I watched YouTube from like Charlie and the Unicorn. What was it? Charlie the Unicorn, like back in 5th grade when that
Yeah.
video. I don't know. I've watched YouTube like that my whole life. But I think in college is where I really got into it, or maybe like end of high school. Definitely college is when I started like following people and like subscribing to people and kind of like getting into that and like all of like the lore of stuff. You know, our dear friend Matt King, I did know who he was in
Yeah.
college.
Right.
I was aware of his identity at that time.
Okay, so walk us through what it was like when you met Matt.
On that note,
When I met Matt, he actually told me that he was a fan of me, which was I was kind of starstruck at that.
Wow.
I'm like, well, I do know who you are as well.
Wow.
congratulations.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you. But I don't know. I was just watching a lot of vloggers in college. And then I was going to go ahead and like not really know what I was doing with my life towards the end of senior year. I had this whole plan to like, I mean, this is like such a tangent. I had a whole plan to like go work on this boat after college and kind of do like a gap year between that and graduate school. And I like wasn't really liking that that's what I decided to do. And I don't know, I just like wasn't really liking the idea of graduating, not because I wasn't ready to graduate, but because I was kind of like, ooh, now I have to be an adult.
Right. Yeah.
And I started vlogging at like the end of college, and some of those videos are still up, but like they are so god awful bad. And then I like went and like
What were some of the like? What were they about?
I think it was like me like going to buy like supplies for one of my painting classes, and then like I mean they were awful. Like it was like I filmed everything from like down low because I was like so shy to like hold my camera up. But yeah, I mean there's not that many, but that was like the end of college where I tried to start, and then I stopped for months because I was like working a job and I like couldn't film like at work and whatever. And then I picked it up again. I think kind of when I started doing TikTok. Or maybe a little bit before then. I don't know, but they were never good. I mean, they're still not arguably that great, but like
Sally Darr, you're very talented.
That's nice.
I want you to look at the camera and say that you're good at vlogging.
I am good at vlogging.
Yep.
Confidence.
Yeah, that's totally that. Sorry, y'all, self-deprecation. But yeah, no, I started in college, and then I think with TikTok, I was like, it was nicer having people like me on another platform. So I was like, I could, because no one ever cared about my YouTube channel. And people, you know, I wish more. I don't know. I really need to work on my confidence.
You really do.
I really do.
Scream your handle into the camera right now. Tell everyone where to find you. Scream it. Tell them to press that subscribe button.
Raise your voice.
We'll do that at the end, but. Yeah, I don't know. I've always just liked vlogging since college. Yeah, all okay. We're all good on the home front. Don't worry about me, y'all. I don't know. What was the question?
I don't remember the specifics of the question. It was just kind of like the origins of how'd you get started.
Yeah.
And you still like love watching other people vlog too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is like, I don't even like watch TV or movie. Like sometimes I literally will watch so much YouTube that I'm like, oh my God, you need to like watch a movie. And that's like reading a book. It's like, you are just like in a hole of watching. Like, I don't, yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, it's work.
I love it. I don't know.
You vlog and you're looking at other vloggers. That's research and such.
I guess. I love it. Yeah. I love watching. I like editing.
Do you have any favorite vloggers that you could recommend?
Oh, I'm actually going to recommend two girls that kind of go along with one of your obsessions.
Okay.
Books.
Yeah.
Okay. And I do know one of those girls watches you.
BookTube has been what?
Yeah. One girl watches you because I was watching her vlog and she was like working on her like book journal thing. And she was like, I'm going to put on this episode. I'm like not up to date on Brooke's Obsessed. And I was like, oh my God. Because I love her. Her name is Sarah Corelli. I think it's her name. I might be saying that wrong. Her name is Sarah. And then she has a podcast with another girl named Destiny Sidwell. And I just think they're so cute. And I think Destiny is like 21 and Sarah might be like 23, 24. I don't know her age. But so there's like a little bit younger that they could be like little sisters. And I'm like, I just love them. I think they're so cute and they're like so passionate about books that I'm just like, I don't know. It's kind of how I feel about knitting.
They'll probably be watching you right now.
Oh, possibly. But I love them. Like when they upload, I am there. And they're so good about uploading.
I'm
like they are
excited to dive into them.
Yeah, I love them. So they're kind of like my newest discovery. And like they have kind of gotten me back into, I mean, as well as you two girls, you guys kind of watching them. I'm like, they read like 100 books a year. I mean, it's like their full-time job, but like watching them and like seeing what they read is really like,
wow.
I don't know. It's,
I love
kind of inspired me.
That's my dream job, I think, as of now.
Yeah.
Reading?
Yeah. For a living.
Right.
And like doing, because a lot of people don't know, BookTube has been around since I was in high school. I used to fall asleep to videos of people organizing their bookshelves. Like that was my calm app. So it's really kind of evolved and kind of just now blasting off into outer space with the addition of Book Talk now too. So that's a space that I love, and I'm happy that you're in that space too now.
I love it. I mean, it's kind of like knitting sometimes. It's not nerdy, but it's kind of like when you're something that like people are like, oh, it's like a lame activity to do, like stay in and knit or stay in and read. It's not, but you know what I'm talking about. And it's so fun seeing people that like get so like into it. And it's like sometimes when I talk about knitting, I feel that way. And I'm like, oh, does anyone really care? And like they do that with books. And it's so fun to watch because I'm like, I haven't even read the book that they're talking about. And they just like, I'm like, okay, now I care.
That's how you know they're good and that somebody in the book space is good. Is it like when you haven't read the book and you still like can't tear your eyes away?
Yeah. But
good job,
I
girls.
love them.
Can't wait to dive in.
Me too.
Guys, we're going to take a short break to thank a sponsor of today's episode.
EveryPlate.
Are you looking to cut down on takeout and start
Budgeting your food
expenses? I know that's always been a challenge for me, but now I save big and eat
great with America's Best Value Meal
Kit. Their meals are cheaper than your average fast casual meal, So you save money while
Still enjoying fresh, satisfying
meals. They're seriously the easiest way
to eat.
affordably. Get EveryPlate and take back your time with fewer trips to the
Grocery store and meals ready in 6 simple.
steps. I mean, cooking can be a challenge for a lot of us, but a meal under 10 steps is something I can easily manage. Save even more time with quick and easy recipes, including easy cleanup options and
Options ready in 30 minutes or
less. I don't always have time to shop and prep and cook an entire meal, so the 30-minute options have really helped me out. They plan the meals and deliver pre-portioned ingredients right to your door, so you can spend less time
meal prepping and more time doing what you
want. Make the sustainable choice. EveryPlate offsets 100% of their delivery emissions, and their meals have a
31% lower carbon footprint on average than supermarket meals of the same.
portion. Plus, nearly all packaging materials are
Curbside recyclable in most areas in the
US. I know when I was looking into meal kits, I thought they were going to be expensive because of all the different meals and
ingredients they offer. But now, I've learned you can get the same good, quality, yummy foods at much lower.
price. With the time I saved using EveryPlate, I've been able to spend more time with my daughter, Frankie. My favorite meal that I made recently was the Thai-style peanut noodles. So good. Enjoy meals starting at just
$149 by going to everyplate.com/podcast and entering the code
49 OWB. That's code
49 OWB at everyplate.com/
podcast. That's up to a
$110
value. Hey guys, we're going to take a break to thank one of our sponsors.
Nutrafol.
Hair thinning is
Complicated.
the problem is it's actually
Much bigger than your hair.
alone. Like your skin, hair is a reflection of your health.
And internal factors can impact the way your hair looks, feels, and
Grows. Nutrafol's whole body approach multi-targets underlying root causes like
stress, hormone fluctuations, and nutrient gaps for visibly thicker, stronger
hair. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended
hair growth supplement with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less
shedding. With Mother's Day coming up, why not give your loved ones the perfect gift of strong
hair. It's the perfect
gift. While many supplements rely solely on ingredient studies, Nutrafol clinically tests final
formulations to ensure their
efficacy. In a clinical study,
86% of women reported improved hair growth after taking Nutrafol Women's Hair Growth Supplement for 6
months. Take their hair wellness quiz on Nutrafol.com for a
personalized hair health plan based on your specific root
causes. Purchase online, no
prescription required,
and you get free shipping and automated deliveries to ensure
you'll never miss a day. See results in
3 to 6 months. Nutrafol is awesome because it's so convenient and tailored to your needs. Why not give it a try? Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscriptions and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code OWB. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and hairstylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code OWB. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code OWB. How about you, Channing? What got you into the vlogging
I would
space?
say that Brooke is being extremely generous when she says that I'm kind of a professional vlogger, as it's more of just like a passion project for me. And I mean, obviously, I was in some of your vlogs like last year, and it was just like kind of funny and fun. I did do like a kind of a, I wouldn't even really call it a vlog, but when I moved to LA, a road trip with my mom.
That was a vlog.
Well, it was just like
By
pictures by
definition.
definition, but I didn't have a camera. It was just like a lot of like pictures of me just like talking over it, just because I was kind of trying to document the road trip and whatnot. But I like, obviously I loved your vlogs, and like just kind of, I feel like Sally Darr's audience kind of like appreciates like, and now yours too, obviously, but that was the first glimpse that like people appreciate like my sense of humor and like my really aggressive personality and things like that. So that was kind of inspiring to me.
Yeah.
And then when I was at home last fall, my friend Chad D, you know, he has like really nice cameras, and we were kind of bored at home in Alabama, and he was like, hey, why don't I just follow you around this weekend and vlog you? And I was like, okay, why not? So he followed me around, and then also edited all of it, posted it for me. So I was like, okay, I love it. Like, this is easy. But then I came here and I was like, you know, it was fun to do in Alabama, but obviously we don't have Chad D on location. So I just kind of got like a simple camera, and I'm just doing my damnedest. I really am. It's definitely not professional at all, but it's just
it
like,
really is amazing.
it's just fun to like do. And I feel like I want to like look back at these videos one day and like kind of appreciate all that the craziness we got into, you know?
100%. And I want to ask you a big subject, Sally Darr, a big subject of your vlogs is like your friends in your day-to-day life. Channing, a big subject of your vlogs is your house wedges.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Some people might not know about the lore of the house wedges.
Okay.
Okay? Do you want to walk us through that?
I'll try. I can definitely
We've
try.
got some on display in the back.
We have an expose back here. So house wedges is kind of a special term because we call all of these house wedges. So technically they're not really for the house, but that's just kind of like what they're classified as for me personally. So I would say it probably started once again when we were at knitting club. You know, we always did doorbusters, so everybody would bring in like clothes and shoes and stuff they were trying to get rid of and like give to all of us to kind of do a little closet clean out. Anytime anybody had like really high heels, I'd be like, ooh, me, please give them to me, even though I like never really wear heels. So Patricia, I think, gave me some like really tall black heels, and I just was clanking around the whole house with them, driving everybody absolutely crazy. And then Sally Darr one week brought in like, you were bringing in some college clothes. So
I don't even know how these made it to LA. Like, I really hoard.
I'm glad they did.
Really
You were bringing in kind of like some chevron tops. And like,
kind of some peplum tops.
And such as. So we were sorting through that. Then we hit the jackpot. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say. She pulled out these. Okay.
Yep.
Can you see them?
The ones with the pom-poms on them.
The pom-poms featured up here.
Yep.
And let's just say
rest is history.
I haven't been the same since, honestly. It's just, we're really something special for me. I was kind of wearing them, you know, to be honest, randomly, a little bit more as a joke, but then.
And it started off wearing them around the house.
Right. I think that's why we called them house wedges.
House wedges.
Yeah. I feel like y'all came over to my house one time and I was in my pajamas and I was like, ooh, let me slip into something more comfortable and put those on my feet, of course.
Yeah.
So then they've just kind of grown and expanded. So we started with those, and then I was like, you know what? We have those, but I can't wear those every day. Those also broke when we were in the mountains.
Yes.
They kind of slip and slide as they're not the most stable. And you also wore them in what, 2012?
2012. And let me say, you might not realize that those killed back in the day. People, I got so many compliments. You can tell. Those are like a 2012 sled.
Yeah, okay? Right.
Those are from ASOS.com.
Oh,
no longer for sale. We did find a pair on Poshmark.
Yeah, we did.
They broke.
We did.
We're going to try to just buy a new
But
pair.
you melted them back
like
together.
Cement glue.
Some blacksmithing.
Yeah. So they're back to new.
Yep.
Good as new is what I was trying to say right now.
Back
to new as good as new as well. So those were the original ones. And then I wore those out on the beach. They've swan dove into the ocean and they've been all over. So they can't go everywhere. So for some certain occasions I was like, why don't we branch out a little bit and kind of go DIY? So I guess the next ones we did were my birthday ones. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm thinking about when you tried to get someone who was lighting it on fire. Who did you get someone to light the candle? Which person?
Who was it?
Maybe Sarah.
Maybe, Sarah, And I just remember some people were encouraging it. Like Sarah was like, "Yeah, it'll be fine." Some people were like, literally stop, like getting so scared because it's paper around it. So everybody was like, "Channing's gonna get third-degree burns."
Can I show the back of them?
I'd encourage you.
They are completely charred.
For those audio listeners, these wedges are covered in super glued candles,
and then a little bit of wrapping paper as well.
Yeah.
So we had the candles all the way around. And then you can see where it got scorched here on the back. It's not bad at all.
You were trying to do it in our living room too, and I was like, you have to go outside.
Yeah. And then all of these candles have fallen off on the front of the left shoe as well.
Yeah.
But that's just part of the wear and tear. It comes with the territory.
Wear and tear.
And who, when else would you get the chance to light up your birthday house
Who
wedges?
donated you these wedges?
Patricia.
Okay.
Yep.
And wedges are coming back, actually. Did you know
they
that?
already did. Channing brought them back.
Right, yeah, sorry. I meant,
They might not have ever left either.
Yeah, true.
I don't really know how I had them placed.
Don't worry about it.
Throw that one down here. And then the Christmas wedges, of course.
Yep. Also the Christmas wedges.
Those, I went to Dollar Tree actually and found just some peppermints and paraphernalia that I just simply hot glued onto some wedges. And I was telling Brooke and Sally Darr when I was pulling all the wedges out for today, those had been carefully placed in a plastic bag in my closet since Christmas.
Yes.
It is now late April.
Yes.
So when I popped open that bag, y'all would never believe what was just crawling all over those peppermints.
Oh,
Tell us, Channing.
Ants. So,
that's random.
I don't know how that would have happened. But they still look good as new. You just spray a little Raid, wipe them right off the paper towel. and they're ready to go. They'll be good for next year.
Yep.
And then the purple ones, I took south of the border to Mexico a couple
the south
weeks
of the
ago.
border wedges.
Those are the ones that I can actually walk in the best.
You can?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely more
A little more
flat.
stable.
Yeah.
The one Sally Darr gave me, actually, I think you wear what, like a size 8 something?
Yeah, 8 and a
They're
half,
too
9.
big. But
Oh, sorry.
sometimes you sit
Yeah,
back
you're
and make
just
it work.
dainty.
Oh, yeah. So Channing has a lot of House Wedge vlog content. So here's one of your vlogs. This is what I think one of your first ones where Chad D was still following you
Yeah.
around. And this was House Wedges at the fair.
Is that the vlog or is that the... Okay.
Yeah.
That's the short.
Oh, and so
That's
here
the-
you were at the fair
yeah,
in
the
which
ride.
wedges are these? These wedges aren't here.
Those are my Alabama base.
Oh, so they're based in Alabama.
Yep.
And so you're doing man on the street interviews at the fair in the wedges.
I made my mom watch this. I love this one.
Well, yeah, we did like a making of the wedges. I think that's the short.
This is this. Yeah. This is the second part. This isn't the making of them.
Okay.
This is them at the fair.
At the actual fair.
Yep.
So I was walking around on some Alabama dirt in those pink wedges. If you zoom in, they are a little bit bedazzled and they have an H on one, a W on one. If you could guess, that does stand for
House wedges.
good job.
Yep. Really pretty, Channing. Oh, wow.
Didn't you run into someone that you knew?
No. Oh, at Target. Yeah.
When you were wearing the wedges?
Well, we went here and then we went to Target and I was like, I'm going to take these off. And Chad was like, no, like you have to keep them on.
Yeah.
And I did see somebody I know we had to leave immediately. I saw them from a distance.
Oh, you didn't talk to them.
I saw them first. So we were able to head out pretty rapidly.
And this is your House Wedges south of the border vlog.
Yes. So those, we crossed the
Oh, wow.
international border and headed to Mexico for spring break, of course.
Very pretty.
So,
Oh, Channing, I just love it. And it's, you know what? It's a corner of the vlog market that has not yet been
I wanted
accessed.
to tap into something that
Yeah.
was untouched.
Yeah,
Brooke,
and guess
so
what? You did.
I appreciate it. I try.
Yeah. Sally Darr, I have a favorite one of your vlogs.
Oh, I
but
want to know.
it needs a lot of context going
Gosh,
in.
I'm scared.
So
Fun.
no, it's really good. Channing and I were not here for this specific moment.
Okay.
But it was when Frankie was just born. So it's a little over a year old. But that's not even the best part. I think it was you and the main characters of this vlog really in this moment that I'm going to show is Tristan, Channing, some random grown older
No, I
gentleman.
wasn't
this
there.
is
I
at the
wasn't
bar.
there.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
bar. This
Megan,
is my
Pat.
favorite thing on the internet. Megan and Patrick.
It really is
You
such a
guys
crazy-
know all of those people except for the random old man, which he doesn't require a lot of intro.
We don't know him either.
But basically, it's just those characters sitting around. I think y'all had just come from a concert. You were at a bar. And Tristan, who you guys know well, was kind of just messing with this older gentleman. And there are two bits that Tristan was doing with him that you need a little bit of context on. The first bit was Doughbriks,
Okay.
which some people in our friend group, there's a pizza place here called Doughbriks, and we like to pretend that we work there.
Head chef.
Head chef, CEO.
Channing does. So
It's not a joke
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
some.
It's
fun
not
to do.
okay. Yep. So it's like, when are you going in for your shift? Like blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And another bit is Adagiana's, which, to be honest, like if you guys don't understand these bits, that's okay because neither do I.
You just gotta
a lot of the time you just kind of have to go with it.
Yeah.
Channing, can you explain the Adagiana's?
Absolutely. I would love to. So Adagiana's is actually a favorite restaurant of mine. And I am one of the founders, CEO. I have the chef jacket and everything. Channing Glenn, Adagiana's. What did it say? Head chef, I think.
Yes,
So I'm the head chef at Doughbrik's and at Adagiana's. Basically, we have a location on the border. We have one south of the border, and we do actually have one, I think, on the East Coast. We had a West Hollywood pop-up.
I know
Yeah,
there's
we
a
did.
pop-up.
Do
There
the
was a
pop-up.
pop-up,
The
but
Psycho Bunny X Adagiana's pop-up.
That was
Yeah.
limited time only, and unfortunately, none of those restaurants actually exist. And a
Right.
lot of times, I don't like to admit that, but since you're trying to,
I'm shocked that you did just now
because you're
on
trying to
camera.
explain it, I'm trying to be honest.
Yeah, thank you,
it's
Jan.
more of a figment of some people's imagination.
Some people's. So I think that that's all you need to know going into this. It's going to start off with Tristan kind of fucking with this man, and then we'll pause for context if need be.
Okay.
But let's kind of just dive into this. I watched this. I'm not kidding.
It's really
It's screen
good.
recorded on my phone in my favorites. I think I watch it once a week. And this is going to be one of those things where it's like I'm terrified that it's not going to translate. You know, when you're showing
Right.
someone something and you're like staring at them.
I was
and you're
actually
like,
telling someone about this recently and like quoting it as well. And also, this man deserved to be fucked with because he wasn't leaving us alone. Like, we were sitting there and he came and sat down at our table. He would not stop talking to Patrick. And so Tristan decided to mess with him.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Also, first, really quickly, guys, look at Frankie in this. This is when I just got Frankie. And Sally Darr
So
came to visit
little.
her. Look how little she was.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And she was letting y'all hold her.
Yep, she doesn't.
She does like to burrow in hair.
Yep.
So just like once she goes up there.
She doesn't let us hold her anymore, which is sweet.
Burrow in
She's about 6 times that size now.
Does she have blue eyes?
Uh-huh.
They're gorgeous.
Her eyes are now a different shade of red.
Wow.
Okay. And look at this. Look how sweet. Like she would never do this in a
Never.
million years now.
Oh
Oh.
Gosh.
Wow. Oh my God.
I know.
I'm obsessed with her. Okay. And here we go.
Oh, this was also where Tristan got up with
Oh
the
my God, wait.
He took the mic
Also-
from the guy.
Yeah. Tristan was singing an original piece at karaoke too. I think here. He's just singing the names of all of our friends.
And then that guy just starts screaming into the mic.
Was it karaoke or?
I don't really know if he forced his way in. I'm not really recalling. I love the guy just in the back dancing.
Okay, I'm praying that we get.
I think
Like-
that was it.
Will we have good sound for this? Like we'll be able to hear it well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's after this little.
Okay. Here it is.
We love you. Bye, honey.
I'll tell you.
This one man
Okay, here
just
we
like
go.
would not leave our table, and then Tristan just like kind of kept fucking with him.
We started a restaurant called Doughbrik. We said, hey, this is really, really like, good pizza, quality pizza.
How does this hot guy play into this?
Who, me or him?
That guy.
You don't like me. That's my ex.
He's my husband.
Because, okay, can I be honest? They had a relationship and I saw how strong it was, and I said, you know what? These two need to be together for the fucking rest of it. 120%, by the way. Yes, they are together, but let's make a pizza pie that is 120% all of us. Babe, are you gonna listen to me or not really? Yeah. So we all got together and we said, okay, there's Domino's, there's Pizza Hut, there is Papa John's, everything like that.
Adagio's.
Have you heard of Adagio's or no?
Yes.
Okay, which location? By the sea?
LA.
Okay, yes, he does. Okay,
West Hollywood pop-up.
had spent months and months and fucking months planning that, and so we decided to kind of create Doughbrik on a sense of like trust and camaraderie. Why are you not looking at me? Don't look at
You're
him.
talking a lot for this hotness right here.
Literally.
Why are you talking so much?
I love this when I just look at Sarah.
Oh, you don't want to hear my voice right now? And I want to hear your voice? Oh, I didn't know you didn't want to hear a CEO's voice. I'm sure you do. That's really inappropriate because he is not a piece of meat.
I actually am nervous that we're gonna go back.
Like
to
that
it
is
another
like
time and it's
so.
not.
Why are you talking when there's this hotness right here?
No,
I
I
didn't
want to hear a
CEO's
CEO's
voice.
voice.
My favorite is make a pizza pie that is 120%
all of us.
Yeah,
Yes.
all of us.
He should. I would pay hundreds for that merch. Pizza Pie is 120% all of us merch.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my God, it is so good.
I'm glad you were able to capture that.
Yeah, and that bar was so fun that night. Hasn't been fun the other times we've gone.
No, that's just like kind of like a sisterhood of the traveling pants
Yeah.
moment. Like it just works and then
Right. Never
Yeah.
again.
out
Never
in different
worked again.
circumstances. Doesn't
No
work
more.
so well.
Yeah.
Okay, last vlog question.
Okay.
What are your favorite vlogs of yours, your own that you've done?
Oh God. The 4th of July.
The 4th of July special.
Yeah, because I just worked really hard on that. It's like an hour long. Does not confessionals.
I love the confessionals in that.
Yeah, and I do not really get any money on that due to I did use a no Patrick was doing lap dances in that vlog and that kind of wasn't okay with YouTube. But
Really?
I wasn't going to take it out.
Right.
Oh, God.
That had
You
to be in
couldn't.
there. So I think I've made a total of $14 on that video.
Really?
Worth
every penny.
Why is
to
it
keep
that they'll give you
Patrick's-
$14, but like
I think
why would they cut it at 14?
I don't know. It's still monetized, but it's like censored. I don't know how it works. I mean,
Oh.
not that I make $14 on other stuff, so it's like okay, yeah, I don't know, but yeah. What was he saying? Oh yeah, 4th of July
4th of
special.
July special.
Definitely
That's
one
really
of my
good.
faves. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Channing, how about you?
I feel like the fair one was really good as like an OG, that one. And then I'm trying to think maybe what else. The South of the Border one, I mean, that's the most recent.
Right.
So obviously I like that
fresh
one.
on the mind.
It is fresh on the mind. But the Christmas Spectacular one I liked too, because we were doing door to door. Caroling, you weren't home. You were home. We were doing, you remember that?
Yeah, I
And
do.
trivia.
Yeah, you
and-
just left a bunch of shit at my house. Yeah.
No, honey, you won those prizes because you got the trivia questions right. Okay?
I
frame it.
Yeah.
needed that eyeshadow palette. Yeah.
100%. So. You're welcome, by the way. So,
Girls, really quickly, we don't really have time, but I'm going to make time for a little bit of a reading section because that's my passion project right now.
course.
And you two are really my only, or some of my only, reader friends, which I just love you for. Do you have anything you're reading right now and or books that you would recommend to people?
Right now I'm reading The Dutch House by Anne Patchett.
That's a pretty cover.
Very pretty. She has really pretty covers.
She does. She has a TikTok.
Oh, she does?
Her book, she has a bookstore and she makes a TikTok through the bookstore and she goes through all of her covers in one of the videos. It's mesmerizing.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
have to send it to you.
I simply picked it because I liked Tom Lake, which was a really popular book last year, I feel like. And I don't know. I think I don't even know where I heard. I think someone commented it somewhere. I don't know. And I just liked the cover and I went to a bookstore and I just bought it. So I'm kind of halfway through that right now.
Are you enjoying it?
I am. I think it's maybe not as good as Tom
I think
Lake.
some hesitation.
I like it. I think maybe it was slow to get into or something. It's narrated by Tom Hanks, the audiobook. And
Oh, wow.
Tom Lake is narrated by Meryl Streep. So I'm why is she getting all these?
And I wonder how much they get paid for that.
I don't know, but she's also getting such good narrators, you know? Because
That's crazy.
I don't know. But yeah, so Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep, if you want the audiobook version.
what would you say about judging that book by its cover?
I think it's a really good book. It is a really good, I think it's a Pulitzer Prize winner. I think it's the kind of book that once you kind of get more into it, you appreciate it more. But it was maybe slow to start. But yeah, no, I'm feeling good about judging that one by its cover for sure.
I love judging books
Yeah.
by their cover.
Me
Me too. That's why I was wondering how it correlated
Yeah.
with the actual
Yeah, yeah, no, it's good.
content.
I would love, actually, maybe this is something I can do when I grow up,
Mm-hmm.
a museum that's just some of the best book covers.
Good. I love that.
I guess that's Barnes and Noble.
no.
Not of all time. That's
Yeah,
just
that's just
current
yeah.
kind of.
Maybe if we kind of made a curated selection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Could be pretty. Yeah.
And y'all know Brooke has just recently swept me into the ACOTAR world.
Yep.
So I'm
Tell Izzy how much you love it because she needs to read it.
you need to start. You need to try. If you
Do
get,
you like fantasy?
I really hadn't read anything like that since Twilight kind of
Okay,
era.
okay.
And
I
I
know,
like
I was
more
the same.
like
That's my only reservation.
yes. Oh, mine too. I like
Yeah.
more murder mystery, or romance. But this, I tried it. I was if I can get past the first book, we're good. Even if you can get just to the end of the first book, you're going to be sucked in.
Okay.
Second book, you're going to love it.
Okay.
I
We'll be going
cannot
to
speak
Barnes.
on the third book as I'm about 11% in. But I feel once I'm now that I'm on this journey, it's going nowhere but up.
Amen.
Okay, sold.
Yay.
Thought that wasn't before, but sold now.
Yeah.
Sold double.
I love it.
So if anybody had any last lingering reservations,
let me
Shannon,
let
I
me
hope
be the
you
one
just
to
crack the ceiling on
crack
those.
the code.
Sally Darr, why haven't you started?
I don't know, and I will. I know I'm going to. I actually think I want to make a YouTube video where I
Oh, that'll be really pretty.
yeah, where I read
Yeah.
all of them and don't do spoilers, but
That'll be hard.
Will be hard
Right.
because I've watched some people that do. I like the book reading vlogs that aren't any spoilers, and I've watched some for that series that have no spoilers. And I'm I feel that would be a good way to get me to do it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be obsessed with that.
Yeah. So I've been considering that. Yeah. Honestly, for you. Yeah.
That's very sweet.
You would do that for Brooke?
You
think I
you
would.
do that for little old me?
Yeah. I have to knit a wedding guest dress and read an entire book.
That's not
series.
bad.
No,
though.
not
You
bad.
could do the audiobook while you're knitting.
that's
Do you like
true.
audiobooks?
I do. I kind of like going back and forth between them. Also with knitting, it's I kind of I feel I was never really I'm either knitting or reading. And then once I kind of got over the whole thing of oh, it's not reading if you're listening to a book. It's once I kind of got over that, then it's I'm actually reading more because I'm knitting and listening to an audiobook.
Kind of a crossover.
Yeah, because then it's if an audiobook is 15 hours, it's okay, a project takes more time than that. So it's you can read a whole book while you're knitting. So yes, because I can knit while I read.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with me, and this is why I can't do audiobooks, where I have to understand every single detail of a book I'm reading or I can't turn the page. So if there's a page where it's oh, she had apples for breakfast yesterday, and I'm no, she didn't. In my head, I will have to go back,
Yeah.
however many pages it takes, however long it takes. 100 pages back, sure, no problem.
You'll just flip that?
Confirm
Okay, that
what she had
detail.
for breakfast, even though it means absolutely nothing. It furthers the plot in no way. It's so insignificant. I have to confirm that she did or did not have apples for breakfast
You're kind of
before I can move forward with reading the rest of the book, and I can't do that on audiobooks. So
I understand.
that's why that's my reservations. But love that.
You do that with your Kindle too?
Kindle's great because I can
search the word.
words.
That's true. That's even
so
better.
that's even better for
Yeah.
the type of issue that I have. Yeah.
It's not an issue. You're detailed.
Or detail oriented. Yep. And I think I guess I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm reading now.
Yeah,
please.
I would love
if
to
you don't mind. Well, I'm doing the Throne of Glass series, you guys, which is Sarah J. Maas's first series.
Right.
And I just finished the tandem read. Okay, so
Congratulations.
that was
I can't believe you already
when you're
finished.
reading those two books at the same time.
Mhm.
Loved, obsessed, and now I just have the grand finale left, and that's only going to run me about 1,000 pages.
Wow.
And then I think I might take a break before her other series.
Take a break from reading or just from her?
Maybe from her, and maybe I'll try some other fantasy books because I don't think I can go back to just like regular
Regular.
fiction
Really?
anytime soon.
Okay.
Because I tried multiple times. I tried to take a break from
Oh, yeah.
Avatar
Mm-hmm.
with some books, couldn't do it. I mean, I did do it, but I was miserable every step of the way. And then I tried recently. I read a thriller, had horrible. Like I can't. If there are no
You're just
fairies,
in that mindset. Yeah.
If there are no fairies, my interest is
Wow.
elsewhere. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a complete shift that has happened within me, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And
Can't wait to
girls,
see what's next.
I can't thank you enough for coming on.
Thank you for
Oh
having
gosh,
us.
it just flew by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do some plugs for your socials and especially your YouTube vlogging hub centers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's too sweet.
So give us those details if you don't mind, Sally Darr.
So I'm going to go ahead and be Sally Darr Griffin on Instagram, TikTok, and Goodreads. Okay. At Sally
Plug
Darr.
that Goodreads up.
True.
Just Sally Darr on Letterboxd. I'm a film girl. That's
Yep.
kind of like I feel like the way you feel about Goodreads, that's the way I feel about Letterboxd.
And as I've said, there should be a combo.
there should be a combo. Yeah, kind of meeting at the minds there. But yeah, Sally Darr on Letterboxd and Snapchat and what else? Twitter.
Talk.
I already said TikTok.
sorry.
And then YouTube, just search Sally Darr Griffin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Etsy, Sally Darr Griffin.
Yep.
Yep.
What else?
I think that's it. I think I covered every platform actually.
Really?
By now. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay. I think my YouTube is just Channing Glenn. Hopefully, because I'm not sure. You can
Yep.
pick
It
your
looks like it,
username.
Channing. It does look like
May or
it.
may not be.
No, it's actually.
Yeah.
I guess you can search Channing Glenn, but it's Channing Glenn 8565.
The more you know.
The more
I
you
got to
know.
know. I don't remember picking those numbers. Otherwise, it's probably Channing on TikTok,
On
and
TikTok and
Instagram,
Instagram.
and
and anywhere else that you can access you. All right,
So-
girls. Thank you so much. Really quickly, I just wanted to clarify something on my end. On Goodreads, I know that I did post that I was the #1 most followed person on Goodreads, and I let you all believe that to be true. Because in a way it was true, but it was also just #1 followed that week. And I felt that
that's
I
gorgeous,
needed to
though.
clarify that with you. Right now we're doing #5 most followed, which I guess
Great.
that's this month. Okay? We're doing
Brooke.
#5
What are
followed
you-
this month, right above Colleen Hoover, and
my
right
God.
behind Rebecca
kidding.
Yaros. That's
What?
fourth wing.
Nice.
Okay, so that's this month. This week, they've really pushed me down.
gosh. No.
Oh my god.
Doing 14.
Oh, this is bad.
14
so
this week.
sorry,
Yep.
Brooke.
So if you can follow Brooke Averick on Goodreads to get those numbers back up in the charts.
Gotta
Okay,
get to
get them back
#1.
up in the
Deserves.
charts.
#1 this month.
What are you on all time? Does it
Not
say?
on it, Channing.
Do they have of
Not
this
on the
year?
all-time.
Do they have week
Last
month?
12 months, I'm not on that either.
Oh, we
no
got to
way.
get Brooke on
I
that.
don't think.
Who's Yeah, we got to get you on that one.
Y'all get Brooke in the slot she deserves.
Oh my God! Would you look at that 28 on this
What?
This year.
and this year?
That's
Yep.
great. Yeah, we got to
Let's-
pump those numbers
Of
though.
all time, Stephen King is #1, and the last one on here is Gillian Flynn. She has 87,962 followers on Goodreads. Goodreads will not show me how many followers I have. Just due
Wait,
to
yeah, you can.
the quirks and trials and tribulations of the.
I think you
How?
can. Go to your profile. I'm pretty sure you can. And it's on the right. Scroll down. It's on the right side somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Do you see it?
Oh my God, Sally, you're a genius. 19,600. Sorry, big numbers are hard for me.
Right.
19,615. Let's pump that up
Mm-hmm.
to 100,000.
At least.
At least.
Min-
Minimum.
Pretty immediately, too.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I can't thank you enough for listening. Salad Orange Channing, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for
coming.
having us.
Love you both, and we will
Love
see
you.
you next week.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay.